Nothing makes me more happy than seeing a one-legged midget whore or AK-74. I can't see the whore right now, but I'm seeing AK-74, so that made my day. But seriously, guys, you had some questions about the corrosive ammo, and I want to show you what happened when I was done with running the corrosive ammo for previous episodes. Then I paused and I didn't clean the rifle for like 24 hours. Look at those pictures. This is the rust which developed from corrosive ammo. And I understand some of you were saying that I'm ballooning this out of the proportion. The thing is, it depends where you live. If you are in a really humid climate, you are going to have rust problems when shooting corrosive ammo. That's not even a question. I've seen it over and over and over again on the rifles. If you are in a more dry Nevada type climate, then you may get away without cleaning for a longer time. But I strongly advise you, I know a lot of you still have the spam cans of corrosive ammo. Clean your rifles after the shooting corrosive ammo. All right, that being said, we are transitioning and we are kicking out this episode with the swamp test. The rifle was dipped into the swamp after cleaning from corrosive ammo, after removing that rust. The rifle was dipped into the swamp for plus 72 hours. Let's roll the footage to see how it did. Ameba Pancho Man is back in action. We are pulling out that Palmetto State Armory AK74 after plus 72 hours and some bad weather. As you can see, we got the frost on the ground, temperatures dropped. Let's see what's happening at the end of the rope, if we even still have a rifle then. So there is some resistance. Boy, that sunk really badly. Ooh, look at this. And of course we have beautiful mud shed on the 2x scope. As always, it's awesome. I'll try to clean up the muzzle brake from any obstructions. Mud is gone, can't see very much. Hey, looking good, looking good. I think this is looking good. Ola, are we ready?
Ready.
All right, let's see what we got. I shit you not, there was some creature ran away. I was not aiming at the creature, but look at that. Zero malfunctions. Rifle shot perfectly fine, and it is looking nasty, but that was the purpose. But the swamp is no match for the Palmetto State Armory AK74. Going back to the studio.
The creature was your cat.
Oops, she ran away. She should be okay. She's okay. She's okay. So as you can see, I almost shot my cat, which should not hunt there without the permission, but the cat is okay. Cat is doing fine. Now, the rifle did outstanding. It was a lot of glons or whatever were covering the vegetation from the swamp, but it did not bother the rifle. 30 rounds expended, absolutely flawless victory on the part of the Palmetto State Armory for the swamp test. And that's good to see because some of you are talking about those boating accidents. So we know that the Palmetto State Armory can survive the boating accident. Now, also going back to the overall performance, I'll tell you in this 1,000 rounds, I did not experience even one malfunction. Smooth, beautiful, absolutely good performance on the part of the PSA 74. So From outside, I also do not see, other than dirt and maybe a few rust spots, but that's from all the swamp and everything, right? But I do not see any issues on the outside. The pins are looking good, everything here is looking good. But enough with the bullshit talk, let's start diving into the guts of the rifle, because this is where the money is for it, right? This is what we want to see, what's happening. The Ghost 2X combo for a 545, absolutely fabulous, fabulous setup. Shameless plug for the AKOU store. Alright, dust cover is out, and as you can see, even after the swamp, look, after the swamp, this rifle was not cleaned after the swamp, but there is no rust, no nothing, at least on the recoil spring. Recoil spring is looking good. There is some rust spots on the bolt carrier, right here. Trigger is looking good, but let me start, we'll start with the bolt, and again, look at that, guys. No rust on the bolt. So regular water is not bad. It's just combined with those corrosive salts, this is where the madness happens. Okay, the pin, firing pin is free floating, it's looking good. Front of the bolt, this is where the people are looking at that extractor claw. This is looking good, guys. We talked about the issues in the first episode, and in the previous episode we talked about some issues, but this is not happening on this rifle. And from my understanding, the Palmetto State Armory took the steps to correct those issues from the previous, from that first batch of the rifles. Back of the locking lugs, everything here is beautiful, flat, and there are no steps on the locking lugs. So that's really what we want to see, and the firing pin is looking good. The bolt is looking good. Let me see the bolt carrier. Cam channel is looking good. Slight wobble on the piston, which is normal. And I think we are not progressing on that deformation. There is deformation present, but that's what was in the previous episode. And I'm hoping that stopped. You don't want to see this coming forward. If it stops, it's okay, but if it keeps moving and moving and there's more and more splash on that rear end, then unfortunately this will lead to the malfunctions. So bolt carrier is looking decent. As I said, the deformation on the rear end is present, but it looks like it stopped. Of course, you guys are seeing much better pictures on your higher resolution TVs and things like this. If you see something, say something. Right side of the trunnion is looking okay, just like it was before. There is a little bit angled spot going down. It is just what it is on the right side. Left side seems to be looking good, and the chamber of that Palmetto State Armory barrel is looking good. Trigger is looking okay too. I don't see any issues with that. Let me flip it to the bottom, and we are looking good at the bottom of the trunnion. The trigger guard rivets are looking good, which brings me to the rivets on the trunnion on the one side, and let's flip it to this side. The rivets are looking good, so that's a good news for Palmetto State Armory. Now I'm going to move the lever and pull out the gas tube. Gas tube come out surprisingly easy, no tension. And here's the quick pirate R for the Pirates Union. Look inside the gas tube. Some people are asking why you're looking inside the gas tube. As you remember from other many previous episodes, we had some rifles which had issues rubbing the gas tubes, but that's not the case here. Inside the handrail, we are looking okay, just still some vegetation from the swamp, and this is looking nasty, but it is what it is. Rifle should take a beating. Gas block is looking good too, and I'm happy that I do not see those rust spots which I had after using a corrosive ammo and not cleaning the rifle, so that's gone. Everything here is looking good, guys. The rear of the trunnion is looking good too. I don't see any smashes. I'm running that OSS Helix QD can, on the rifle. Again, some of you were asking, you know, it's not fair for the Palmetto State Armory to have a can, it's more stress on the rifle. But ask yourself, don't you want to have more stress here in those settings on my range? And if something will fail, at least you will see it, that there was a stress put on the component and come out, instead of you finding it out. I'm just asking, like, there's nothing wrong with a little bit more stress. That can does not add that much of the gas pressure. All right, enough with the bullshit talk. Second time, I'll set up the rifle for a no-go gauge. Don't go anywhere. No-go gauge on the bolt face of the PSA AK74. My thumb is pushing the bolt carrier forward. Nothing. Strong resistance, absolutely nothing. One more time, nothing. And one more time, just for fun, nothing. And that means only one thing. The Palmetto State Armory AK74 survived another 1,000 rounds, and it's moving to the next round. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with AK Operators Unit. As always, pleasure to have you with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to have the notifications from YouTube that we did post the new video. By the way, we are on the parallel too. If you don't like the Instagram, find us there, a link under the video. Thank you guys.